Welcome back. I'm Emily Chang. For months, Google has been teasing the arrival of Google Glass. Well, wait no longer. Those who forked over $1,500 and were selected for the Glass Explorer program. Our John Ehrlichman and senior West Coast correspondent is standing by with one such developer. John?
Emily, Det Anson runs a company called Brick Simple. He made the trip to New York City over the weekend to pick up his Google Glass, and he joins me now from Philadelphia, sporting the new hardware. There it is. Det, welcome back to the show. You picked these up in New York at a loft in Chelsea. Walk us through that experience. We're going to show some pictures as you received your Google Glass.
Yeah, John, there's really a lot at stake with the launch of Glass, and you can tell from the whole buyer experience that Google wants to make this work right. I'd characterize it as much like going into a car dealership with a luxury car. They kind of courted you through the whole process, wanted to make sure you understood how to use Glass, because Google knows the stakes here. They don't want to have a launch that sets wearable computing back a decade. They want a launch that really advances the technology. And I think if you look at comparable examples, look what happened with the Apple Newton, which is far ahead of anything at the time. The launch wasn't successful. Clearly what Google's trying to do is they're going for more of an iPhone-like launch of a revolutionary product that excites developers and users.
Well, to that point, it feels like Google is taking a page out of the Apple playbook. Did it feel like that same experience that everybody gets excited about when they line up at the Apple stores when there's a new product that hits store shelves?
I think there's been a lot more anxiety than the waiting in line at the Apple store, because the purchasing experience is still done by invitation. So you receive an invitation in the email, you're waiting for that email, you're waiting for that golden ticket, and then you have to make an appointment to pick it up, either in Mountain View or pick it up in New York and Chelsea.
You were able to shoot some video over the weekend using your Google Glass while you were driving, I believe while you were out with your son as well. We'll show that video. Walk us through that experience.
Well, I think one of the interesting things about Glass, and I really didn't appreciate this until I was wearing Glass, is that Glass allows you to kind of capture those moments while being, in the moment. And as a parent, as someone who's stared through a camcorder or a camera at something happening, it's great to capture those moments hands-free, really be part of it, and record those kinds of experiences.
And it wasn't tough to do? It was pretty easy to do with the same way you would do it with your smartphone?
Yeah, it's quite easy to do because it's voice controlled. So you simply ask Glass to start recording a video and it records the video, or take a picture. And it was interesting being in public events. I was out in Times Square. I was at this agricultural event that people kind of embraced it, which is interesting. We talk about the societal barriers. It seemed like the older generation was even more openly embracing it than the younger generation.
All right, you've talked to us in the past about some of the practical uses we could see for Glass. You build mobile apps for a bunch of different companies, and you've talked about EMTs and SWAT teams possibly seeing this as a reality. We heard Mark Andreessen, the well-known venture capitalist, talking to Willow Bay about that. Now that you've got your hands on them, are you seeing those possibilities even more?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we picked it up on, both myself and one of my team members, we each got a pair. We picked them up on Saturday and we're writing code on Sunday. I mean, part of Glass is understanding the experience, that this is something completely new. And I think if you look at Andreessen's experience when he launched the Netscape Navigator, he talked about an internet that took, 5-10 years to fully materialize. Glass is that same kind of new opportunity, a new platform to be explored.
All right, so people seem comfortable with people wearing Google Glass in Times Square. What about your neighbors, in Pennsylvania? Everybody cool with it?
They were really cool with it. What was interesting is I think for the older generations, you're promised jetpacks, you're promised space travel, and there really hasn't been any of those kind of radical leaps. And when you see a computer that you can wear on your face, like glasses, that's something that just kind of resonates, that it really is 2013 and technology is advancing in whole new ways. And that's interesting because they're really excited about it. And I didn't get any really negative feedback. I got the feedback that everyone wanted to wear it.